Hello everybody and welcome to my life lately. So today I haven't filmed my April flip through, so just bear with me you guys. It's been a really long month so far, and I think I'm finally getting into the groove of things again. It's taken me a little bit, but hey, better late than never, right? So excuse my nails and everything like that. I've been nicking them and it's just been bad. And I had full intentions of going to work today, but my daughter was throwing up last night, and then again, she didn't feel good this morning. So we actually ended up staying home. I got ready. I made myself my coffee for work, and lo and behold, we are staying home today. So it was supposed to be muffins with Mom, and I'm really sad that we missed out on that, but don't worry, we made up for it. So let's get into this video before it becomes way too long. So nothing's changed here. I mean, I've got a little bit of smudging. I mean, that's to be expected when you're going into, the year. And, I think this is still so far my favorite planner setup. And I've set up a lot of planners. So I also did in fact stick this down here. I thought it was so fitting to be right here rather than right here in this pocket. So this is just a Yonkers Garden sticker that I got when I picked up an orchid during the month of April. So this is still the overview. I've still not changed anything about that. My letter and my little collage of last year and just pictures I really enjoy in this section. I have gone ahead and added some dates here. I need to go through and add some dates for the the month of April. So I kind of did this. So far this is what that is looking like. I don't think I actually showed you guys in the last 3 months that I've done a flip through. So that's what it's looking like so far. And I really don't have a specific amount of days per month. I'm just kind of writing down things that stood out to me. This is okay. So for the month of April, I didn't have any days to remember that oil change was done or a filter change or something like that. Nothing to remember. So I left that part blank, and I only had one for May so far. And this is how my habits ended up looking like. I had a couple days where I wasn't keeping up with my hydration and just stuff like that. It's not been super great. This is for the month of April. It was very boring and plain. I didn't add a whole lot to it. I did do the videos, I believe. I kept up with that this month for once. But other than that, there was nothing really added onto here. I could have added a couple special days or things that we did during the weekends or something, but I just didn't get around to it. Let's see. This is the first week in April. Now this was a black and white theme, and I really liked it. I used the Tombow, or not Tombow. I used my blue fountain pen for this one. So it turns out like a gray, and I really like it. It has like a slight blue tone to it. But as you can see, I had a couple days where I didn't get into it, and I could have back planned, but I totally just was lazy and decided not to. But I kept up with my sleep tracker and the milk tracker. Not so much Kinsey's, but it's already here, except for this day. But I mean, all of that information is also in an app that I see every single day, so it's not like I don't know or I couldn't look back. I just been really lazy, you guys. There's days where I don't even feel like journaling right now, and I'm kind of in a rut. This one was a really fun one. I used the Sterling ink kit. Okay, I forgot where I was. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed for a minute because I'm trying to feed Kinsey at the same time. For some reason, I must not have gone to work on Friday this week. I don't remember why though. I got pulled over on this day because of my license plate. It was unreadable. I ended up having to get a new one. But yeah, this week I used the Sterling Ink kit. I kept up with my milk and my sleep tracker for the most part. This was also the solar eclipse day, and it was also my husband's birthday. So, as you can tell, Sunday I kind of dropped off the face of the earth, which is fine. I end up doing that on the weekends anyway because I just try to pack in so many things to do during the weekends that it's so hard to like sit down and, you know, catch up on both like my daily and my weekly spreads. So this week was a very, very like unmotivated week. So you're gonna see that quite a bit. This was that one kit from Coffee Monsters Co. called like Finding Peace, and this was when I had my funeral and my uncle's visitation, or yeah, like for the funeral. I did not keep up with my sleep. I did not keep up with my milk. I did not really do a whole lot in my weekly spread this week. And this was kind of frustrating, you know, to look back on, but I mean, I'm not going to claim that my weekly spreads are always perfect, because this is the reality of being a mom of two and just having, yeah. I know my husband did some lawn care, and we ended up picking up succulents and made a YouTube video, because the following week is Teacher Appreciation Week. But we had court on this day, and I'll be honest, that court date was very like, I was expecting it to be very, I don't even know how to explain it, you guys. It's one of those things that like I felt like I wasted my time. I got motioned to court for parenting time for my oldest, because her father wanted more parenting time, and he was getting supervised visits, but the last time he physically saw her was when she was 2, and so he requested to have unsupervised visits, but due to his record and things like that, I was going to, you know, I hired a lawyer, because I'm like, this is not okay. Like, if he wants to have her without supervision, like, he needs to be trusted. And so I hired a lawyer, and then he never even showed up for that court date that he motioned for. So it was a mess, and I know I didn't really speak on it a whole lot in previous videos, and I've been kind of like in a rut, because I'm just trying to think about it. Like, I'm like, why would you motion to get more time with her and then just not even go to this hearing? Like, it was a Zoom call. There's no way that you shouldn't have been able to make it. And it was, yeah. So I'm not gonna really get into any more detail about that, but that was like one of the reasons why I've been I've been so down lately. And it's just, I'm okay with him not, you know, seeing her, because if he's gonna be in and out of her life all the time, I would rather him just not be in it at all. But yeah, my husband would like to adopt her, and we're trying to go through that whole process, and we'll see if her biological dad would like to sign over his rights to her. So that's kind of the next steps in that whole thing. So we'll see. But this week, I just used some of the some extras from the Finding Peace kit. I used some washi and some neighborhood washi, and overall this was just kind of a week that I threw together. I think it looked all right. I'm not 100% proud of it, but you know, I was all right. And as you can see, there's just days where I'm like, I'm lost. I'm lost. But I get like really good during the first initial like 1 to 2 days, and then it starts to like mash together. And then this is the last few days in April here before it switches over to May. And like I was doing really good. I really like how this one went. I set it up really cute, and of course I don't even know what happened on Sunday. Yeah, so that is where we are with the weekly spreads. And let's jump over to my dailies. So this is the very first day in April. I basically started out by listing some stats, and these are for my YouTube channels. And then, yeah, so I did some editing, and then I said, here we go. The path I've been dreading has been made. The time has come to gather all my evidence, put my armor on, and fight a battle I signed up for 5 years or more ago. I won the first attack 2 years ago. This time we are going in stronger and more prepared than the first time. Ready for war. Basically, I was just kind of, I was talking about the court date, and that I was prepared to fight the motion that he requested to have unsupervised, because I think that is pretty terrifying for somebody who hasn't seen her bio dad since she was 2 to go and see him without anybody being there and being present. So so then Tuesday I went ahead and I gathered my courage up and called a lawyer. We also headed to Yonkers Garden to see if they had any variegated Phalaenopsis orchids left. I think I showed it in the beginning of one of my videos, but it had like yellowish and green leaves for the pink flowers, and let me tell you guys, that is still in bloom in my bedroom. It's still looking so beautiful. So the fact that I've had it for over a month and it still has these beautiful flowers that aren't withering yet just makes me so delighted to see that it's still alive. Says tonight was a bit rough trying to get the girls to bed, so my bedtime got pushed back. I wanted to get my March flip through tonight, but I'm going to be pushing that back another day. I'm hoping tomorrow will be a better day. But yeah. And I had forgotten my daughter's milk at work that day. So then April 3, I put in here, like I was feeling pretty good and calm about the whole court situation, and then that feeling turned to sadness when my cousin messaged me saying that my uncle's cancer has spread all over and it's not looking good. And then I put a little Bible verse that it's honestly my favorite Bible verse of all time, and it was really creepy that my cousin had just texted me Isaiah 40:31, and it was like a smack in the face, like, listen, you know, God's still here regardless of what you're going through. And yeah, it was a special moment, not a smack in the face in a bad way, but in a good way. And then Helen had given us a preview of the new subscription washi. So cute. I got many confirmations tonight that God is, you know, sticking by me. So this was a good feeling. And then on April 4, the one thing that stuck out for me, as you can tell, like I have been in a mood because like I'm using less emojis and things. I'm just journaling. But this day, a little boy was sitting in my break room when I went to walk in and put some milk in there, and the boy goes, "Wait, she works here?" It was kind of a good feeling to be like, "Yep, I am a female, and yes, I can do a man's job." So that was that day. Friday, I said, "Yay, it's Friday." Oh wait, I was all excited, but then I realized I work on Saturday. So yeah, my husband's birthday gift was out for delivery today. It was set to arrive tomorrow, but nobody was going to be home this day, which is why I was excited that it was going to come on Saturday, but it didn't. And thankfully, nobody stole it off of our front, but it still freaks me out, you know. This is neither Gage or I felt like cooking anything tonight, so on the way home, I picked up some pizza. I really don't know how to get out of this funk that I'm in this week. I'm hoping to get some rest tonight because I'm tired, but also because I need to be up by 5 a.m. So before I get the girls to bed, I quickly jumped in the shower, and that's one less thing I need to do before bed. But basically, I went to bed a little bit early so that I could get up early on this Saturday, and I went to work. And then I got a message from my mom that my uncle actually went to go meet Jesus today. So that was a little bit heartbreaking. You know, we spent a good chunk of the day enjoying it, being outside once I got home from work, and then boom, I got that message. And I mean, it didn't completely flip my day around, but it definitely was one of those like somber moments where I was quite sad. And then Sunday, I did a complete Sunday reset. I did a bunch of laundry, I cleaned the house, and I got all the girls ready early so that way we didn't have to deal with it Sunday night or evening after dinner and all of that. And then after the girls were in bed, I ran a bath, and I did a face mask, and I did all of the things. Shaved my legs. It was one of those moments where I'm like, you know what? Maybe getting myself some self-care will really get me out of this funk that I'm in. And then April 8th is my husband's birthday. So happy 26th birthday, hubby. I wrote on here, I'm not a fan of yellow, but for the solar eclipse and Gage's birthday, it was quite fitting because, you know, solar eclipse, sun, yellow, all of the things. So, yeah, we did that. I had to go through and talk to the court again and, you know, do the phone calls or not the court, but my attorney. And it was a very mundane day, and, you know, it is what it is. This was day 2 of shutdown. So we were on shutdown this week. That's why I had to work the Saturday. But we basically had to just tear everything apart, clean it all out, and get everything ready to go for, you know, another 6 months or 6 months to a year. So that way things don't just break down randomly, and we've got things to clean it, or we've already replaced it, those kind of things. So, yeah, I must have fallen asleep early or something that day. After getting the girls in the bath and after eating Gage's yummy dinner, I suddenly stopped feeling all too well, and I will spare all of the yucky details, but I really felt awful, and I thought I was going to vomit. Thankfully, I didn't, but because of this, I'll call it an early night. Yeah, I just remember eating dinner, and then all of a sudden, something just did not want to sit well with me, so it was not good. Oh, this is where I messed it all up. So, I accidentally skipped a page. So this was Thursday, not Saturday. So Thursday the 11th. So I put on here that I hit 500 subscribers on my Hey Happy Hearts, or not Hey Happy Hearts, this channel in particular. And I was really excited about it. It made me super happy. And I had to tell my husband. He was like, that's awesome. And then I realized I was on the wrong day, right about here. And it was raining all day, but I didn't mind. It was what? It's so the flowers can go, right? Gage also bought pizza tonight for dinner. So as of right now, I am full of pizza, and I won't be craving it for a while. Yeah, because we had pizza a couple times. And then it goes to Friday. It's Friday today, and I really want to be excited about it, but now I'll be working again tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be this. My paycheck better be good. And then I wrote on here that I was dealing with some sort of rash underneath my arm. I don't know if it was from my bra rubbing against my armpits enough to where it was like, it was raw, and it was not fun. We ended up losing power Friday night. And so instead of being able to make dinner, we actually went out and got Applebee's. So that's when I got pulled over, and they didn't give me a ticket, just a warning. And I needed to replace my license plate finally. So then this is Saturday. I worked in the morning, and then yeah, so this was one of the really crappy days of work. I was in a very confined small space, and we were cleaning it out, and it was not fun. And then when I got home, I made coffee again and filmed the plan with me. After a quick trip to the store, we came home and spent time outside. Gage sprayed some weed killer and sprayed for bugs, and our neighbor did come over with her son and was watching or catching up with us, talking about our houses, plans, landscaping, and such moving forward. I'm really grateful to have a really nice couple of people on either side of our house. It makes me happy with our decision to move out here. This was really nice. And then Gage and I started getting hooked on the 100 this day. So yeah, pretty good. Sunday was my full day off that week, and we played with bubbles and hung out in the sunshine outside. I ended up breaking another mug, so that was mug number 2 that I broke in the span of like 1 month. We had smoked brisket or something for dinner, and it was really, really good. And we ended up having ice cream and no-bake cookies for dessert. But yeah, we probably ended up watching some. I want to add the bubbles washi once I get that from the subscription. That's kind of why this area is blank. But for now, I just figured I'd leave it. It's Monday, so I have been getting hooked on conspiracy theories about right now it is the artificial sun. I don't know how I feel about the whole thing, but oh, there's crumbs here. But yeah, I got some Happy Meal. I either ordered it this day or I got it this day. Oh yeah, no, I ordered some things and I got a package this day. So I was filming a haul, which I still haven't released yet because I need to edit that and go through that. But this was a little quote that caught me today. If God put a Goliath in front of you, he knows there's a David inside of you. So that was just kind of like something that stuck out to me, and I really wanted to write it down because it was very, very personal. Given the whole situation with my court, which ended up being this day. So yeah, if God put a Goliath in front of you, he knows there is a David inside of you. So I didn't write a whole lot about the 16th, mainly because I was still in shock over what had happened. lawyers and attorneys are not cheap. So the fact that we had spent all that money just for him to not show up was really, really, really frustrating. But also, like, yes, we want to be prepared, but also we don't have that kind of money to just drop on an attorney every time we get sent to court for stuff like this. So it was really kind of heartbreaking because nothing changed. Okay, my bad, you guys. It's been a mess over here. I'm trying to record, and the first one was Kalani gagging, and then I just found a tick on myself, and it's this is why I've been so behind on filming and stuff. But yeah, these 2 days I am clearly in a funk. I had used one emoji, no washi, no nothing. Like, I'm not feeling like journaling today. The weather isn't really helping me either, helping me here. It was cloudy and gray, and yeah, I'm not sad or mad. I just feel blah, which, yeah, is very on par. Then Friday we had my Uncle Daryl's funeral, or Uncle Brian. And so, you know, we went to that, spent some time with my cousin, and then we headed to a succulent nursery, picked up a bunch of those to make a video, but also because me and Kalani were giving them as a, like, thank you for helping me grow, for both Kinsey's teachers, Kalani's teachers, and then every other teacher that's kind of helped along the way. So yeah, we made a video on that, and I plan on uploading it on Saturday. So that went live on Saturday. Gage started to mow again. Yeah, it was fun. We did end up going to a grocery store, and we were gonna do an easy dinner, but for some reason my Ninja Foodie kept telling me that there wasn't enough water, even though I had poured like at least 4 cups of water. It was not fun. My dinner ended up not being ready until like 9 o'clock. But yeah, so on Sunday we film, edit, and upload a lot of videos. I did my TM's Coffee Monster co-orders and all of the above. If you haven't seen this video, it's probably because I'm still working on editing it. I know I don't know. I don't even know, you guys. This has just been a mess. My life feels like a mess lately, and that's okay. But Monday started Teacher Appreciation Week. It was also Earth Day. So yeah, I, did that with the teachers, and then because it's Earth Day, we headed to Lowell's and we picked up some plants that I have been eyeballing for our house. So we picked up lilacs. We did the Vulgar's purple and mode, I don't know. And then we also picked up a hydrangea as well. I know the lilac bushes get really big, so I have an idea of where I want to put them, but the hydrangea I think I'm going to put in a different spot, and I'm just excited. We still haven't planted them yet. They're actually outside, getting ready to be planted on the property. I do need to do some landscaping before I get around to doing that. So I've been really behind on that. So I ended up trying to doodle hydrangea flowers and lilacs. So not the best, but it was all right. And then on Wednesday, Kalani went to a little class event thing for her new school because she's going to be headed to kindergarten. So we did like it wasn't an orientation, or actually it was more like an orientation rather than like a meet the teacher sort of thing. So she kind of got to walk into one of the classrooms, show the teacher kind of what she knows. She got to doodle. She got to, pick out shapes that she knows, which she's really good about everything. So like I had no doubt that she would make, like they would be like, yep, she's ready for kindergarten. So yeah, and then I used one of the sticky note stickers, which ended up being really cute. But yeah, so that is the Wednesday. My goal for Thursday was to drink more water. And Kinsey had her, what? Pizza? Oh, somebody brought in pizza and chicken wings for dinner. And I thought Gage was gonna be home tonight, and he wasn't. So yeah, I kind of went into that. Friday, couldn't come soon enough. I'm more than ready to get home. I'm ready to start the weekend, and I can relax and do some hobbies like planning and planning in my planner and planty things. So yeah, we did just normal hobby stuff. We picked up a pizza on the way home, which is kind of our normal Friday night thing. Saturday I slept in because this was the first Saturday I had off in 2 weeks. So I was rotten in bed, okay? But at some point I was woken up, and that's when I got up and laid on the couch. I fell back asleep for another good while. I really didn't have the motivation to do anything, but I have videos to film. So I made a cup of coffee and filmed my weekly spread using the lovely washi and TCMC Weeks kit. And it turned out really cute. It was kind of this whole theme here. And then I made chocolate covered strawberries for a dessert. So I did a little bit of a different layout here. I was enjoying the sound of rain in the morning, and then the sound of the birds kind of settling in for the night on this day. So I wanted to make note of that. Daily robot. It was my doodle of a robot. I was really feeling like a robot. Like I genuinely, this whole month, I just feel like a robot. I don't feel like myself. I just feel like I'm doing my day-to-days. Okay, we'll try this again. I just feel like a robot, and I have been feeling like a robot even into the month of May. So yeah, it's not been fun feeling this way. It feels kind of like I'm in a burning both ends of the candle sort of way, and I really am not loving it. So I brought home the metal portion of a very big industrial fan, and I was either going to make it into like a raised garden bed or a fire pit. And I waited to talk to Gage about it before I even decided myself, and he said definitely a fire pit, because he is born, or he was raised up on big fires. Whenever there's fires, like somebody's gonna have little bonfire rather than a little tiny fire. So we ended up using it, or we're going to be using it for a fire pit rather than a garden. And I will just have to figure something else out for a raised garden bed eventually. And then here we are right into May. So I will leave that for my May flip through, which isn't going to be much longer because we're almost through May now. And I've just been really behind. But this is my washi graveyard here. This is something that I started whenever I started ripping up washi and I had no place to put it. So I created a washi graveyard. I don't know if I mentioned that in the previous setup or whatever, but I wanted to show you guys that this might eventually be full. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes, but you can't let the washi go to waste, right? So that is it for this planner. I had a rough month this past month, and I'm sorry that I've been so just out of it. I'm hoping to get out of this funk that I'm in very soon, hopefully. So until then, I will see you guys in my next video.